The man joining us right now is a throwback.
Yeah.
Just loves football through and through. Absolutely loves doing media and interviews.
Always.
Cannot wait to hear how he is in just moments. A guy who just signed a deal that was well-deserved, well-earned, and well-warranted. Ladies and gentlemen, the stud quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, the ever-handsome Justin Herbert.
Yeah!
What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for having me.
I know you love doing this type of stuff. So, shout out to you, dude. You know what I mean? You're super wealthy now. You're rich. You know, they say once you get rich, you get more handsome. I think that has happened somehow to you. And you're doing an interview. Fuck yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey,
come on.
Hey, yeah.
Woo!
Hey, yeah. How's camp? How are you feeling, buddy? How's life?
It's been a lot of fun so far. It's been good to get back out there with the guys, the teammates. We're working hard. Camp's tough, but we're having our best effort out there.
Okay, so were you worried about that deal at all? We had Tom Telesco on during the Combine, I believe. We had him on during the Combine, and it was when Lamar's stuff was still kind of cooking. I think Jalen had just got done with his deal, and we said to Tom, we said, hey, you're going to have to pay Herbert, bud. Kind of put him in there. Everybody was doing it. I said, are you losing sleep about that Herbert deal? And he said, no. He said, hey, I'm not losing sleep at all. We'll get it done. Were you hands-on with that, kind of standoffish, and they just told you, hey, come sign for $133 million signing bonus? Or were you kind of, how hands-on in the whole process were you, Justin?
I had complete faith in the front office and Tom. They've done such a great job taking care of us. And, my agents and Ed McGuire, Katie Sylvan, they work great together. And I'm glad we got it out of the way. We're focused on camp now, and our greatest focus is just playing as good a football as we can. So it's out of the way, and I was thankful for that.
Yeah, congratulations. Go ahead, AJ.
Justin, do you want to take a bunch of reps in preseason games, or do you need reps like that? How do you view that, especially now as you're obviously a veteran in this league?
I think that's a really good question. And there are two ways of thinking about it. And, I think the joint practices that you have kind of in the preseason, I think those are very valuable. So I know the Saints are coming here, and we'll be able to work with them, and we'll get some live reps there. And so being able to see that type of defense, that pressure coming at you, I think that's huge. At the same time, preseason football, it's always great to get those reps, but at the same time, you got to be smart going into the season. And it's a long season. It's tough on your body. So making sure that you're healthy and ready to go for week one is our most important job.
You look so cool with your hair right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry to me.
No, please don't apologize.
Yeah, but you should.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, do not ever apologize for anything that you got going on. But whenever you talk about that preseason work, obviously there's a young guy that has been making a lot of highlights on social media with you, with Quentin Johnston. He seems to be this monster of a human. And your team looks like a basketball team. Everybody's so tall and so athletic. Your connection with him has been documented. Keenan Allen, you throw in deep balls too. And the social media team's like, oh, another deep ball, another deep ball. How does it feel knowing that your offense, Brandon Staley being kind of the head guy in charge of this whole thing, is like, yeah, we're throwing a deep ball. We are taking shots. We want to be an electrifying offense. Is that something you think about, or is it just you got to go out and make the plays that are called, or does it kind of get you going that you're an explosive offense and expected to be electrifying whenever you step on the field?
As a quarterback, I love it. I love throwing the deep ball, and to have guys like that on the outside, receivers and tight ends that are able to move. And, like you said, a basketball team, they're tall, they're athletic, and they can jump. And so to have that deep ball, it opens up our offense and allows our run game to get going, our short and intermediate game. So it's only going to help us. And to have Q around, he's going to be a star. He's athletic, and he runs with the best of them. So he's been a very good surprise so far.
Yeah, I mean, all the highlights look spectacular.
Yeah.
I got a chance to watch him last year because we were at the TCU-Kansas game for game day, and that was when he bursted on to the scene. I think he had 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns late, and then after that, it just kept rolling and rolling, and then some people thought he wasn't going to be good, and then all we're seeing is highlight after highlight after highlight. How do you feel about where your offense is as opposed to what it was last year? How do you feel about where the team is right now?
I think we've made huge steps. As an offense, it's a new offense, but we're able to pick it up pretty quickly. And the guys have worked really hard this offseason to really understand the offense, the ins and outs, and, everything we can do with it. And Kellen Moore has done such a great job of teaching and guiding us through it that we really feel like we're making our own offense. And so we're going out there making plays, and people are playing free and fearless. And I think that's the most important thing when you're playing offense.
Kellen spinning it at all, or is he just fat coach only talking into microphones? He still spinning it a little bit, or what?
No, he's showing us how to spin it. He's done a pretty good job. He's winning those quarterback competitions, so it's been impressive.
Oh, really? Crossbar? What are the competitions we're doing?
Yeah, we're doing crossbar. We've got the the garbage bin set out, goal line fades, We got golf where you're punting it, coffin corner. We're not as good as you are, but we're getting there.
No, you're better than me right now, man. I would fucking put that. I would put that thing through the end zone. I think that's what. And I talked to your dad, I think, and I don't know if we have talked since then, but your dad told me, like, growing up, you guys like love football. Like, your family loved football. He said he taped on uprights in the living room of the house when there was no furniture in there, so that whenever you guys would play football, somebody could kick an extra point, because that's what football is or whatever. You're like an actual good punter kicker. You are. Like, actually could do that. Do you think that's why?
I think it definitely helped. My dad was a pretty good punter and kicker back in the day. I think he might have went straight forward, straight on though. So he wasn't the soccer style. But no, we definitely taped those field goal posts up in our living room. The amount of windows that we broke growing up with footballs flying around, so it was tough. But he's a pretty good craftsman, guy. So he got those fixed out, no problem.
Yeah, it looked like a dog when I met him. Seems like a guy that could remove a window and put another one in. Yeah, fuck it, just keep going.
Yeah.
AJ has a question for you, Herb.
Hey, it's July 31st right now. I don't know how long it feels like you've been in camp. I know it hasn't been that long, but I know those first couple weeks can tend to feel like they maybe 2 months or so. Like, how good does it feel knowing, hey, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel? We're going to be playing real NFL football games pretty soon. I would assume the team's pretty excited.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think maybe our next preseason game is in a week and a half, something close like that. I know that we've got a scrimmage maybe next week. So it moves by pretty quick. The guys are getting after it out on the field, and we've got great energy, and we've got a lot of fans coming to the practices, so it feels like a game like situation, and I think that's important for preseason and especially camp. So there's a lot of excitement over here and a lot of energy for sure.
Hell yeah. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Justin, Pat kind of alluded to it at the start. Like, I don't think doing interviews and doing media is necessarily like one of your favorite things to do per se, but there's been a lot of talk about, Netflix's Quarterback, and I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it or anything, but a lot of reports coming out that, they wanted you to be on season 2 and that maybe you declined. I don't know if that's true or not, but something like that where someone follows you for like the course of an entire season, whether it's for like your own deal or something else, is that something you'd ever entertain, or is that too much of a distraction and all you care about is football, so you don't want to have to deal with all that extra bullshit?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think that's similar to the Hard Knocks that we had in 2020. That was my first NFL season, and kind of getting used to Hard Knocks was a little challenging, but it was a lot of fun, and being able to go through that and watch it afterwards. I thought that was pretty cool, and I haven't seen this Netflix documentary yet. I'm sure they've done a great job with it. Those are 3 pretty impressive quarterbacks. But I think it could go either way. If you let it be a distraction, it can be a distraction, but if you're focused and you stay dialed in, what's most important, so it probably wouldn't be too much of an issue.
You're doing it.
Here we go.
Well, no, is that a question? No, I'm not. I'm unaware of anything going on in season 2.
Guys, sound like would entertain it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, NFL
Negotiating.
Films,
They're negotiating.
Yeah, certainly. Just like whenever you're coming out of college, you're like, wearing Nike.
I'm a Nike guy.
No. We're maybe wearing Adidas. We're maybe wearing Nike throughout my entire life. Obviously, it ended up working out. You know better than us.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's something you would entertain. That's good news, because it sounded like we thought nobody was going to be able to do that. Quick question here before you got to get back to your training camp. Last one here from Boston Connor.
Yeah, Justin, look, you got $133 million. I mean, we all know it. Is there anything that you bought immediately? And I assume, more footballs and other things that you can do with football was on that list. But was there anything that you bought specifically, or anything that you wanted to do with something like that? Maybe build a massive house. I don't know. Was there anything?
I'm thinking maybe put a field goal post in my backyard for my dad, so he doesn't have to tape him up anymore.
Love that. Love that. Hell yeah.
I haven't done that yet, but I probably owe the team some dinners. Khalil Mack last year paid for the offense and the defense. We went to team dinners, so I feel like I owe him a couple dinners at least.
Hey, that's good leadership out of Khalil, especially out of you. Well warranted, well deserved. Congratulations. We can't wait to watch you this year, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks again, guys. Always a pleasure.
See ya, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Middle training camp, man. Middle training camp. Just got paid $133 million. Taking time in between practice and meeting. We appreciate it.